Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Ray and you are in for a treat today because we are going to make some healthy and delicious zucchini muffins. Yes, zucchini muffins. Now, we are not using any processed or added sugar. That was my oven. We are not using any processed flour and we are not using any dairy. So this is going to be a little magic. But you're gonna see how it all comes together and we're gonna talk about all those ingredients that are gonna make it happen as we go. The first thing we need to do, however, is we need to get our zucchini shredded. So we are going to use one of my most coveted kitchen tools, the Cuisinart mixer. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know usually we'll use the S-blade in this particular mixer, but not today. Today we are using the shredder attachment. And so here is that blade and it just pops right in, and we're going to put the lid right on here and we're going to get these zucchini shredded so we can get on with the fun stuff. So what I've done is I've pre-washed a single zucchini. We need 1.5 cups for this recipe and I'm pretty sure we're going to get what we need. If not, I have another zucchini in the fridge and we can make it happen. So we're going to turn it on and we're just going to let the zucchini drop in here. You'll notice that I've cut the zucchini in a shape so it will fit down the chute. And that's it. This is the best tool ever. Get this stuff out of the way. Now when you're done, you will end up with a little piece of zucchini on the top. That's just a piece that didn't get shredded, no big deal. And I think we've got our 1.5 cups. So let's measure it out. I've got a 2-cup measuring cup here and I'm just gonna reach in and grab this stuff. Yep, perfect. Oops, got a big chunk, we don't want that in there. Okay, let's just get all these little pieces out so we can put them in our delicious zucchini muffins, and then we will be ready to move on to the next step. We're gonna just set this aside. Perfect. Okay, so now we are ready to mix up some of the other ingredients to make this beautiful batter. There is one thing I wanted to mention about the zucchini. We got lucky this time and 1 zucchini was enough for the 1.5 cups that we need for this recipe. But sometimes you have to use more than 1 zucchini. And a lot of times when that happens, you'll end up with extra zucchini. And so then what do you do with it, right? So not to fear, there's so many things you can do with it. First of all, you can just put it in the freezer and you can use it next time you decide to make zucchini muffins. But you can also put it on your salad or you can throw it in a soup. I like it in salad. It's really good in salad, which a lot of people don't know that raw zucchini is really good in a salad. So that's an option. So I just wanted to let you know that if you end up with some extra, not to worry, you'll find use for it, I promise. Okay, now we are going to add some delicious ingredients and we're gonna talk about all of these. You remember I mentioned we're not using any added sugar, we're not using any processed flour, we're not using any artificial ingredients, so no sugar substitutes, nothing like that. No chemicals at all. We're gonna start with 1/2 cup of my homemade date paste. And if you have not seen the video on how to make date paste, you can just head on over and do that. This is some that I just took out of my freezer last night to make this particular recipe. And so, yeah, you can make it ahead of time. So I have it always on hand because you never know when you're going to need it. So this is 1/2 cup. Now this date syrup is delicious and the only ingredient in it, dates. This is a brand called Date Lady. I buy this on Amazon and you can use this in place of maple syrup. You can use this or as just a sugar replacement like we're doing here. And it is so, so delicious. We're going to use 1/4 cup of the date syrup and we're just going to add it to this bowl that has the date paste in it. And essentially those 2 ingredients, that's what's sweetening this recipe for us. This is sugar from Mother Nature. Literally, my date paste is dates and water, and this is dates only. So basically, we're using dates to sweeten our recipe. Okay, and next, we're going to add a third of a cup of yogurt. And so you may say, well, yogurt is dairy, not this yogurt. So this is called Harmless Harvest. This is a plain yogurt and it's made from coconuts. So this is a plant-based yogurt and we're going to add that to this delicious recipe. And so that will give it a little bit of creaminess. Okay, now we are going to add some dry ingredients to this beautiful mixture. And what we have here is 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, and then one of my secret ingredients, this Vanilla Bean King beautiful vanilla powder. And I use that in lieu of vanilla extract. I don't like to use vanilla extract because it's a sugar alcohol and I don't want that in my body. So I use this. And again, the brand is Vanilla Bean King. I buy this on Amazon. It's delicious. And I'll put the link in the show notes. Oh, and then it's 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And so we're just gonna mix that in to this beautiful paste that we've got going here. So we'll put that in. And then next we're going to add 3 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. Now we are using this instead of eggs. Flaxseed and water, which we will add shortly, act as a binder. And so the ground flax seeds are gonna attach to the almond flour that we're using in this recipe to hold everything together, just as though eggs would. So you could also make this recipe with eggs, but we're going no dairy and no animal products in this particular recipe. And so that's why we're using the flaxseed. So this is ground flaxseed, 3 tablespoons. And then finally, we're going to add 1/4 cup of water. And the water is going to help get the flax seeds activated. Now, the moisture from the date paste will also help with that. So I'm just gonna mix it in with this little spatula right here just to get things combined. And then once we have that squared away, then my goal is to whisk it, because our ultimate goal is no lumps. Okay, so let's get the whisker going here. Manual labor here. Not one lump. So we're gonna let this sit for just a few minutes just so those flax seeds can get activated, and then we'll move on to the next ingredient. Okay, now we are ready to get this finally in the final stages. So we're adding 3½ cups of almond flour. And almond flour, this happens to be organic. You can buy it at any grocery store these days, although the organic tends to be harder to come by, but it's out there. So we're just gonna use a spoon and get this all combined. And then we're going to add the zucchini. And the zucchini has a lot of moisture in it. There are a lot of recipes that tell you to put the zucchini in a paper towel and get all the moisture out of it. And I don't like to do that. I actually like to just put it straight in, because the moisture is one of the things that makes this recipe so delicious. These are gonna be beautiful muffins. And so we're just going to do some quick combining. We don't wanna over stir anything, but we wanna get it all combined. And again, you know, the beauty of the almond flour is it's gluten-free. There's a lot less carbs in it than in regular flour, so I like that. The one drawback of the almond flour is it does have more calories. So, you know, but you also get the protein. So, I don't know, I think the trade-offs are better using the almond flour as opposed to a regular flour. And that's why I choose almond flour. The other thing too is that in recipes, a lot of people think it's just a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you're making a batch of whatever, you know, some kind of bread or something, almond flour will make it a little bit more dense than regular flour, so it's gonna be a little bit more cakey than it is fluffy. It also is not a 1-to-1 ratio. So if the recipe calls for 1 cup of flour, usually it's 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, just as a gauge. It could be anywhere from 1/2 to 3/4, but I usually say 3/4. Okay, so I think we've got that pretty well combined. Now, the last thing we're going to add is these beautiful walnuts. And I like to add the walnuts because they give these muffins just a really nice little crunch. These walnuts that I'm putting in here happen to be red walnuts, and they're red, that's just what I had. You could use any walnut. It's an organic walnut. And walnut, you know, all the ingredients in here, between the almond flour, the zucchini, even some of the spices and seasonings, these things are loaded with fiber, number one, which is great for your microbiome. You know, we talked about no dairy, no chemicals, which is also fantastic. But it's also got lots of vitamins and minerals, which is also fantastic. So we are ready to start putting these beautiful muffins together. So we have a lovely dough right here. And so I'm just using a teaspoon, but it's gonna be a heaping teaspoon. And we're just gonna put these into the cups. And they don't really have to be like pretty, they just need to fit. They're not gonna raise a ton. They'll raise a little bit. The baking soda and the baking powder are not so much about making it raise in this particular recipe. It's more like keeping it from falling, I guess is a better way to put it. So anyway, we are just gonna fill these cups up, and when we're done, we're gonna pop it in the oven. So we have got our muffin dough in the pan, and you'll notice that there's a little bit of oil on here. Unfortunately, with this recipe, I did need to use a little bit of oil, and I just lightly sprayed with my misto. This has avocado oil in it, and it's expeller pressed, so it's not using any chemicals to get the oil out of the seed. And I just did a light spray over the whole muffin tin here. So some of it is in the cups, which hopefully will help the paper separate from the zucchini muffins when we pull them out. So these are ready to go into our oven. As you know, the oven has been preheated, so it's 350 degrees. And based on the size of these muffins, I'm gonna say 24 minutes. So that's where we're gonna start, and we'll see where we end up. I'll be back after these are all done baking. These muffins turned out absolutely beautiful. Look at these. Interestingly, they didn't change from the way the dough went into the muffin pan. So they didn't rise, they didn't fall, they stayed exactly the same. And I think these look kind of rustic, which is the look that I like. If you like them to look a little more perfect, you could smooth them out by dipping your finger in water and running it over the dough before you put them in the oven. So, and as you recall, we put them in a 350 degree oven. I set the timer for 24 minutes, and when the timer went off, I put a toothpick in the middle of one of them, and it came out clean, so I knew that they were done. And then before I removed them from the muffin tin, I let them sit there for about 15 minutes just to settle. So I'm dying to try this. You know, these muffins are full of protein, fiber, omega-3s from the flaxseed, and we've got a lot of polyphenols and a lot of minerals. We've got iron and copper and zinc and selenium and magnesium and potassium. And so, and then the zucchini has beta carotene, which turns into vitamin A in the body. So we've got vitamin A, we've got vitamin C, we've got vitamin E, and we've got niacin. So these are super healthy. There's no chemicals, there's no artificial sweeteners, there's no added table sugar, there's no processed flour, which essentially turns to sugar in the body. This has almond flour, so we have no gluten. I mean, I think it's probably the perfect muffin. I'm dying to try it. So let's see how it comes out of this, but look how nice that came off. Beautiful. Let's have a taste. I'm glad I added the walnuts because the walnuts give it the perfect amount of crunch, which is really good. There's sweetness, but not too sweet. So the date paste and the date syrup was just enough with the other ingredients to give it a little bit of sweetness, but it's not over the top sweet, which is the way I like them. Wow, that is a really delicious muffin. These would be good for brunch, for a holiday, for a lazy Sunday. You could pack them in your lunch and take it to work or school. This is a really delicious muffin, and it was so easy to make. Yeah, you gotta try this recipe. It is delicious. I hope you enjoy it. Bon appetit.